Hello everybody and welcome to another ForgeCraft Modpack with TechnoJock. Last episode we'd gone great ways towards our endgame power by getting ourselves the ability to make unstable, stable or stable, unstable ingot blocks by stabilizing the division sigil that we had. This time we need to step up and do the next bit. And I think we're ready to do it. I need myself a focus for my wand here, and I just got all the bits and bobs together that I need for it, which are coming out nicely from here. That's great. I didn't realise that wasn't a void jar. I need to do something about that. Keeping an eye on this one because I think it's a fairly unstable ritual that I'm doing, but yeah, as you can see, Netherstar in the middle, it's quite expensive. So I'm making myself the wand focus of, what is it again called? Warding one, there we go. So all these bits and bobs going into it quite happily. It takes a fair bit, it takes 10 Cognito and 25 each of Ordo, Tutumen and Terra. And then it takes obviously the Netherstar in the middle as the focus, and then 2 Quicksilver, 2 Order Shards, 2 Terra Shards, and 2 Nether Quartz. And it's just about done, and that's it. So, this thing's pretty cool if you haven't ever used it before. I'll pop it on and let you see. So, yeah, you can go, what am I doing? That's not going to ward that because it's not a solid block. There we go. It wards that, and you can see it's got a funny little outline around it and all the rest of it. So what does it do? Well, it wards it. Look at that. It has a cool particle effect, and no amount of whacking on it with any tool or anything is going to make it be allowed to be broken. Hit it again, unward it, and yeah, there you go. As you can see, broken again as a normal block. So what are we going to be doing with that? Well, we're going to the Nether with using this book, and you'll see a bit of a difference here. Oh yeah, what's happened to the Nether? Well, we've got our portal there that's still there, that's fine. And I have reworked our Wither Skeleton Skull farm a little bit. As you can see, I now have 4, count them, 4 Skelly Bobs spawners in there. It took a little while to get hold of them, but I went around those sort of straw man things in the overworld and dug up and round about them. A fair few had zombies, but yes, you get your skeleton spawners from there as well. Put them on top of the cursed earth that we've got, and it makes this spawner. Now, outside, actually, this is really quite tall. You can't quite see from in here, but it's really quite tall. So I should have maximum spawning potential from these just now. And then it's largely the same setup with our autonomous activator and those 2 cleavers with the maximum beheading on them. And as you can see, this is making a huge amount of Wither Skeleton Skulls. Set things up here as well. I do actually have, this isn't mob drops, this is just stuff I'm storing in here whilst I'm working, but we've got a huge amount of mob drops as well. This is now binning all the stone swords and bows that we were getting, as well as sulfur and sloth shards and a few other things. I need to put arrows into that as well at some point, but we've got everything else going, and our XP is being put into here, and as you can see, even though I'm clicking it, my XP is going up. This tank isn't going down, because underneath here we have another experience obelisk thing, which is actually just pumping out into here, so I can still get hold of the experience if I want it, but yeah, it's full of experience at the moment. So the last time I checked, it had about 50 to 60 levels or something in it, so yeah, there's going to be a lot in there. Over on this side, we've got the startings of this setup, and I'll go over that in a second. Over here we've got the outside, as you can see, there we go, that's how tall this is out here, and we've got corporeal attractors pushing things here. I even had some fans at one point, but they're not even connected now, I don't need them. Everything is going and heading over to the loot collection area without that. So, what have we got here? We've got what is going to be our wither killing area. Same size as we had before, but this one slightly different different how? Well, need that on. Why is that going that direction? That's weird. Okay, well, we just need to turn this. And I don't think that's going to turn it. Do we have another kind of thing to whack it with? Actually, I think the Wand of the Forest does a decent job of turning things. No, not this time. Okay, well, if I try and place it down in this direction, maybe? No, it's just going to keep on pointing in that direction. Okay, I'll get myself a precision sledgehammer. But in any case, this is going to be what detects when the wither is in the wither killing area. We will have our... It'd be nice if I had a lever or something. Yeah, let's nip and get a lever quite quickly. A lever would be good. Maybe a lever and a button. Lever will do just now. Any case. Right, let's get rid of some of that as well. And let's make that precision sledgehammer as well. Okay. Like that. There we go. Okay. Very handy. Okay, and if we come round here, we will... Why is that not going to turn properly? There we go. Okay, so that's fine. That is going to detect everything in that area. Brilliant. Perfect. And now we also need this. So this is going to come around here like this. And in fact, I need a repeater. And I have one on me. So this repeater is going to be quite important because the signal that comes from this is proportional to the number of mobs that it detects. And obviously it's going to be detecting one, just the wither. Nothing wrong with that, but we want to go like that and like that, put that up like that, and then when we go into this area, this closes up, and this is made with the reinforced obsidian, which as you can see is witherproof. The rest of this area, not so much, until yeah, this area, now witherproof. I'm going to have to watch that, I think, because I think, yeah, these can't sit on that. Okay, well that's fine. We can do like that, and like that. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to go and I'm going to witherproof this entire area, like this, and make sure everything is good to go. And then we can have a test run of just spawning a wither in here in a couple of minutes. Got a couple of things to add on as well. I want to add on a vacuum hopper out there with a couple of things on it. And we'll be good to go pretty soon. I want to ward that as well because we don't want that exploding. And I think we'll be good then. And also we want that done. Okay, 2 seconds, I can do that. If I go up here like this, we can go, in fact, would it not? I think it might even go up that side, like that. Let's just see. Yep, so that's going to be the wither completely shut in when we do that. Brilliant. Okie doke. I think that is all we need there. Let's go and see if we can spawn a wither in that area. We need 3 of those. I don't have any soul sand on me, but I happen to know there's an abundance of it out here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will have a system for doing something with this very shortly. Now we want to put the obsidian glass here, and then we want to put that there, and we want to ward that as well, because although it's obsidian glass and all... Ooh. Okay, well, I don't think he's going to be able to come out there. Taking a bit of a gamble, but I'll take the gamble. Let's do this like this. So, you're going to put it low down for a start. Oh, I can't do that. Because if I step in there, it's going to detect me and close up, and then I won't be able to get out. Let's go up like this, and go there, and go... There we go. That's going to close up nicely. Let's get our sword out and see how we do. Wow. Where's he go? Oh. No. Well, he didn't destroy all this stuff up here, thankfully. But how did he get out? He must have risen up beyond where he could be detected. Which means I need to put this lower. Okay. Or... yeah. Or he blew off. Yeah, he blew off that. Right, okay then. Okay, well that's why we do testing, isn't it? So, like that and like that, and that'll be okay now, I think. Let's do like that. There we go. Fine, fine, fine. Excellent. Right, okay. But the rest of it was okay. We'll do one more test, just to double check that that was the only issue. 2, 3, 4, right. And let's go over here and do this again. I'm glad to see that that glass is completely weatherproof. I'm very surprised by that. I didn't think it was that strong, but clearly it is. Right, let's hang around out here whilst he explodes, just to make sure he's not going to actually escape. Nah, he's well stuck in there, and nothing else appears to have blown off. So we are good. Some blocks out here obviously take punishment, but that's fine. Now, come on, I need to hit this guy. Okay. Okay, let me deal with this guy, and then we will be back when we're at the next stage of this, I think. Uh-oh. Still not ideal. Okay, let me investigate this, and I'll be back in a bit. Right, so I think we're just about ready for an automation test of this thing now. These things should be powered up in just a second. That's fine, and we are receiving power, or we should be. I think there's a problem with chunk loading the base. The think that's what it is, but we'll go through this in just a moment. I've got rid of the vacuum hopper because it was being a pain, so I've got a transfer node with some world interaction upgrades, and I will put a filter in that just shortly. We have got a little, I've changed the wiring around a little bit since we didn't need this hatch to open anymore. Just put the wiring up here, and it goes into these, and then when the mob detector detects the wither in there, it resets this clock, which is set to 12 seconds just now, and then once it's dead, then this timer gets to go. 12 seconds later it triggers this machine factory manager, which at the moment is just set up to, at the moment, take from an ender chest which has got soul sand in it and put it into these 4 block gates out the front. So this works fine. As you can see, boop, there we go, we've got 4 bits of soul sand, so that's cool. These aren't on any sort of timer. These autonomous activators will have the skulls in them, and all that will happen is that one skull will get plonked onto here, but of course these will only place when there's something to place on, so that's why they're there. And okay, they have charged up now, so that's perfect. So we can test that in just a second. I do have some there we go, got some wither skeleton skulls in there. So what I want to do is do a while low, because it's low most of the time, and we'll do from that one because that's the one that's furthest away. It's difficult to tell on here, but that one's got a black middle one, that's got a brown one. Black for the wither skeleton skulls, brown for soul sand. I thought it was reasonably sensible. And what that'll do is it will go and place in these, and it'll do a command once per target, and we're going to whitelist soul sand. No we're not, no we're not, no we're not. Delete, we're going to whitelist wither skeleton skulls. That's what we're going to whitelist. Specify amount. We'll only need 1 in there at a time, so that's fine. Although I'm going to put in 10. We'll just have half a, we'll just have a little bit in each of them, and that'll go in there. Come on. Is it not going to place it into there? Have I maybe not? Maybe need to set these up with an in. And then like that. That'll be fine. That doesn't need anything. That doesn't need anything. Let's have a look back around here, and we've got input target is up. Whitelist wither skeleton skulls. We'll fuzzy detect that. Going into those from there. So that should be 1, 2. We have got wither skeleton skulls in there. Why is it not putting them in there? There we go. I just had all I did was I activated all the target things, and that's working. Perfect. Excellent. I'm quite pleased with that. So the wither has gone in here and has exploded. Now, the way we're going to kill it is, if he's going to be nice and quiet for us, this thing. This floating Britannia flower. And we need to bind it here. Now that should be killing him, but it is not. Oh, my ears. Now this was working in testing. Oh, I know what's wrong. I know exactly what's wrong. And it's as simple to change as moving it to this side. There we go. The redstone signal coming out of that was deactivating the flower. So there we go. I know it's very loud. In fact, 2 seconds. I have to turn that down a little bit because I've got other people in in this house attempting to sleep. You won't be appreciating the lovely sight of Wither dying. So I'm just going to have a look in through the window. And he's having a bad day. He shouldn't be longer for this one. There we go. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it is going. There he goes. And everything has gone nicely. Now, in 12 seconds, it should do it again. And in here, okay, so we've got some things having blown off. There we go. It goes again. Closes up. Don't know where those came from. There must be something from the floor or something came out. He gets killed again. And we'll have these. So we've got Netherstar's and miniature yellow hearts coming in. What I can do is I can add in that shortly, and that would really take some more of any extraneous bits and bobs. But that's cool. So what is turn that on. Pause the whole system. What's this? He's dead. 2 Netherstars. Perfect. That's working nicely. So, what we need to do is we need to get lots of soul sand over here, lots of wither skeleton skulls over here, the thingy bob filter done for that, and then we need to get these set up on the other side, these ender chests set up on the other side with their corresponding things. So we can export from this. I'll go below, I think, and I'll export from that into the wither skeleton skull. Need to get something set up with soul sand, but that's not a problem. And we're good to go. What I will do as well is we need to set up our area with the actual Netherstar generators, and we need a way of figuring out when our power is completely full, or certainly above a certain point, and turn this off. So that's our mission for next time. I shall get this set up so it's automated with the stuff going in and the stuff coming out. And then next time it's time for the power generation bit. A little bit of a shorter episode this time. In fact, it's just about on time for me, or should be on time, so that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, and then we'll see what we can get going the next time, and maybe actually get some proper power generation going with our Netherstars. I'm fully tooled up at the moment with all my bits and bobs on my belt. Excellent. Right then, folks, cheerio for now, have a funs, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.